Welcome back to Get With The Programming. I am Chase Ingraham. We are starting a new series called True Review. I have been working with some companies just on my own, and we want to review some of that. And I'm shocked by how many of you guys are here right now. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Corey, Travis, soccer mom, Alyssa, wow, Sarah. But today we're going to talk about Cerus Performance Supplements. Now, this was started by Games athlete Jeff Evans back in the day. If you guys don't remember him, he's a phenomenal athlete and an incredible dude, just a straight up good dude. What's up, Jason? And he started this supplement company on his own called Cerus Performance, C-E-R-U-S Performance. I'll drop the link here in the chat for the site as you guys are watching. But what I wanted to do, and this is really on me, is I just wanted to review their product for you guys that are interested in this. And backwards hat wearer, I think we're separated at birth. Yes. You know what's funny, Corey, is, okay, so if you guys aren't watching on YouTube, I often wear a backwards hat. And my nephew, his name's Caleb, he only knows me is wearing a backwards hat. So anytime he wants to be like Uncle Chase, he'll walk around the house at my brother's house with a backwards hat on. It's adorable. But so this product came up, I guess this was about a year and a half ago. Jeff had reached out to me and he's like, hey, I'm trying this, or I'm building this supplement company. And it's really based off more natural stuff. It's not a lot of fluff and chemicals in it, and products you can't pronounce, or things that slip through the cracks as far as the FDA stuff is approved. And he reached out about a year and a half ago and just let me try it. And a big thing for me is, my affiliate is I would never really carry anything in the gym, like cell-wise, that I didn't actually use myself. So it was, it also means we didn't carry that much in the gym, just because I don't really use that many products themselves. But so Jeff reached out, sent me some stuff, and what I wanted to do is review it. And this is a new series we're going to get into on the podcast. Obviously, we work with other companies like Bub's Naturals and Element 26, and all things that we use ourselves between Bill and I. And what I want to do is just a little true review of this. Now, like I said, Jeff had reached out about a year and a half ago, sent me some samples. And the reason why I'm doing this now so long after is because I actually use this stuff still. I buy this, Jeff doesn't send me this. I'm not a sponsored athlete. I actually buy this, and I have a lot of the stuff here. But what I wanted to do is just go through what their supplements were, what the other kind of things they are. If you guys have any questions about these things that come up, feel free to ask them. But, I'll just start with a little background on the company itself. But, Jeff's over there on the right. If you guys are watching on YouTube, this is his company he started with. And he says, we're obsessed with natural products, a fixation that began when I became aware of the issues that many people were having due to their mass-marketed chemical and caffeine-laden pre-workouts they were taking. And that's a big part of what he is working through here, is that, a lot of supplements use caffeine to get that buzz effect, or they use beta-alanine, or they use B12 or things like that, different things to get that buzzy, hyped feel. And, if it's a 5 a.m. workout, maybe I need a little pick-me-up. Or if I'm dragging in the middle of a competition, maybe I need a little extra boost. But, if I'm training normally during the week, like in the afternoon, I don't want to take a caffeine plus supplement, because I'm not going to sleep that night. And so a couple of the products that he has here are all caffeine-free. Chemical-free. A lot of it is a lot of natural stuff. He has some nootropic stuff that he's using. He scrolled down a little bit more, is, before creating the first products, we spent about 6 months hearing from our family and friends and athletes we met over the years and their struggles. And then we tested formulas to make sure we could deliver blends that allowed them to perform at their highest potential, push past barriers, sleep deeper, focus more clearly, and enjoy better health. And he says, by utilizing a multitude of proven nootropics, adaptogens, mushrooms, herbs, barks, and they have all been used for generations. We are bridging the gap between performance and health. And that's the big thing of what they're starting with this product themselves. And wait, don't you want, yeah, Corey, wait, you don't want 450 milligrams of caffeine at 5 p.m.? No, I don't. And so what I want to do too is the reason why I like a couple of these products, and this is all personally for me, right? I just wanted to get this information out. This is, like I said, it's a true review about something I use and I buy. I don't get this for free. I'm not a sponsored athlete. This is actually things that I buy on my own as we go through this. And they only have a couple of products, which I think is good because it has a more focused attention on the quality, not the quantity of things that they're doing. And the first one that I want to talk about is their Flow, right? It's a droplet. It's the first of its kind. They say it's an herbal liquid, non-stimulated endurance pre-workout, right? So this is a pre-workout style, and it's a droplet. And the purpose of it is to improve the efficiency of your heart, increase blood flow, and strengthen lung capacity so that you can push harder in harder paces and recover quicker. Now, I use this myself. I have the Pro version, which is just really like a larger version of it. So if you guys are looking on YouTube, this is what it is. And it's just a droplet, right? You have this in here. I think you fill it up all the way. It's like 1 milliliter. You put it on your tongue for about 60 seconds. Yes, Corey said mushrooms. Actually, I want to start reading about mushrooms. I heard something on Joe Rogan podcast that was like blowing my mind about like rebuilding brain neurons and stems and things like that. But off topic is, as an athlete for myself, with my background with swimming and endurance training, my lung capacity and my endurance was always a huge weapon for me. And when I would get in, the middle of workouts or competition, is my lungs were always pretty much good. I just had to deal with like muscle burning or legs hurting or body hurting. Like that type of pain really wasn't a problem for me as long as my lungs were good. And the reason why I like this Cerus Flow is that that's where I notice the biggest improvement, especially now coming back from shoulder surgery, being out of shape and out of conditioning, is that if my lungs go, like if I lose control of my breathing and my heart rate starts to spike, like that's where I'll actually lose control of my workout, right? That'll psych me out a little bit. And what I've noticed here is that I actually feel, not necessarily I feel a stimulant when I do this, but my breathing better. I'm more oxygenated while I'm training. I feel like I can endure longer bouts of fitness. So for example, I'm trying to get my legs back underneath me when I run, and I'll take this Cerus Flow supplement before I do, and I have noticed a better performance overall when it comes to using this stuff. So I've really enjoyed it a lot. And the good thing too is I can any time of day. So for example, like say you have a pre-workout that you really like, and it's having a lot of caffeine in it, is that then I won't sleep that night, even if I take it like past noon. And that might just be as I'm getting older, I'm a bit more hypersensitive to it. But this is something I'll take. I usually try to train in the mornings. I'll wake up, take a shower, brush my teeth, get ready to drive 15 minutes to the gym, and I'll take a couple of droplets underneath my tongue for about 60 seconds. Corey asks, "How does it taste?" It's actually kind of good. It has this it's a little bittersweet taste to it. And a little burn. I think there's a little cayenne pepper in here, so you get that little like under tongue burn. And I don't know if I like that stimulation in the morning, which I do. But like I said, I have noticed things in my longer workouts where I just am breathing better, right? It's more of a thing that goes unnoticed until I'm starting to think about it. What's up, Kenneth? And so when it comes to that, oh yeah, soccer mom. I take lion's mane mushroom to aid in nerve regeneration. Yes, I think that's what one of the ones he was talking about on the podcast. But so for a pre-workout, the Flow product, I really do like. I know some people enjoy, the itchy beta alanine feel or the too much caffeine jitters. Which there's point in times where I was like, listen, I just need to get hyped up, and I'll need an external source of just like energy to bring that in. But if you don't like that feeling, and if you want something that's more focused to like lungs, I really like this product, the Flow product from Cirrus. The other one, again, this is more personal for me, is that, I live in Texas. It gets really hot in the summer, and I am a sweater. And the problem that I have, especially late at night, is like I would get a lot of foot cramps when I try to sleep. And so I'll be just laying in bed, and then the arches of my feet will just start cramping. And what it is one, I probably don't drink enough water as it stands to begin with. But the other is, I'm sweating so much, and if I'm not drinking enough water, I'm not replenishing my electrolytes like I should. But I'm not really getting that. I wasn't really getting that from other massive pre-workouts I was taking. In fact, if you take a pre-workout that has a lot of caffeine in it, it's also going to actually aid in dehydrating you in the long run. So having some type of electrolyte drink, or, I know salt drinks are a big thing now. And what they have here for Cirrus is a Hydrate blend, but with creatine. So for myself, as I'm getting older and, my muscle mass is starting to decrease, especially after having a surgery, is that, once I get back healthy, I want to start taking creatine a little bit too. But again, I don't want this heavily blended, multiple, chemical balanced type of pre-workout or BCA formula. And so what I liked here is Cirrus has a creatine hydrate formula. They have three flavors: lemonade, tangerine, watermelon. I like watermelon the most so far. I haven't tried the lemonade. That one's pretty new, actually. I've done tangerine. Actually, the one I have here, if you guys are looking, I'll take this off. The one I have here is actually the tangerine, only because I bought both the watermelon and tangerine, and clearly I like the watermelon more, so I drank all of it. For me, is like I'm not a big salty water kind of guy, but like if you take a real like hydrate salt type drink, you'll have a bit of that saltiness. But that's part of it. Like people don't understand like how much salt they need in their diet, especially if they're training hard. Right? It's actually a really important part that you need in your system, because when you sweat out salt. Right? If you're not intaking the amount that you're losing, like that's where people get in trouble with cramping and things like that. And so this Hydrate creatine combo is perfect for me, and I love that it's a blend of the two. So like I don't have to buy, because what I would do is I would buy like an electrolyte powder, and then I'd buy a creatine and I'd mix them together. Well, now it's already into one. So again, for my training, whereas like, okay, I would like a pre-workout, I need something that's going to open up my lungs a little bit. Again, you're not going to feel this like, oh, I feel like I can breathe better, like my nostrils are flared, or I have this like heightened sense of like oxygen intake. It's just like you'll be in the middle of the workout, you're like, oh, I'm not laboring, right? I'm not sucking, I'm not breathing through a straw like I normally am. And so with this creatine hydrate, again, it's this one thing that I need is like, I need to have more fluid intake. I need to have more electrolyte intake, and I need more salt in my diet to offset how much I sweat, how much I train, and add some creatine in there to help, again, support, muscle building and keep what I have left, right? I'm 40, so obviously everything's on the decline a little bit as far as like building muscle tissue. Now it's about preserving what I have. Wad Zombie is, what would you say? Don't forget the dudes at Cirrus are good dudes. Yes. Very good dudes. So for my pre-workout, like I said before, is I'll take the Flow droplets, and then what I'll take before or really like during, I'll usually do a double dip here. I'll nurse on this before, and then if I have a long test, I'll have this during as well, the creatine hydrate. So I highly recommend it. Flavor-wise, like I said, it's like you're going to get a little bit of that saltiness. It's not a sweet treat, which some of your BCA drinks are that you get from other supplement companies or pre-workouts, right? It does its job. There's not a lot of fluff in here. It's everything you need and nothing to really mask that, right? You've got the flavor, but if you're into that saltiness, I highly recommend it. But if you guys haven't tried these, again, it's always worth a shot. But for me, the creatine and hydrate combo is something that I really need. Thank you, Watt Zombie. You don't look a day over 40 or 30. I am. I'm 10 years over 30. They have two more products here. One that I have next to me. And I talked about sleep. And what this product is it's called Cerus REM. Now, it comes in the same bottle form as their Flow does. And if you guys are watching with me on YouTube, I have it here. I'll take this before bed. And it's not a sleep aid per se, right? It's not something that has, what is that product they put in freaking sleeping pills? Some of you guys that are watching are smarter than me to remember what it was, but it doesn't have any chemicals in there. Like I said, it's all natural products. A lot of these things are nootropics or mushroom related that are found in just nature themselves. It's not, yes, thank you, Nick. Melatonin. Yes, that's right. Yeah, it doesn't have that in it. So it's not a sleep aid. It's just this natural thing to help. Matt Burns, you're going to need all that for Kalsu. You are correct. I need to get range of motion in my shoulder first before I do that. But with this, what I like here is I'll take this before bed because a lot of times, especially if I'm working, I've got 2 kids, and by the end of the day, picking the kids up from school, getting them fed, bath time, reading books, it's just a lot of chaos. And then I have to go back and really kind of like check off some things at work that I didn't take care of. And a lot of times if I'm behind a bit, the end of my night gets a little crazy, right? So it's a little hectic at the end of the night. And when I do that, I tend to get a little wound up a little bit. And so this Cerus REM part is just to help with this, right? You wake up refreshed. Like it says no melatonin or sleep supplements that are in here. This is an all natural herbal blend designed to reduce stress and enhance sleep. And it says take 4 milliliters about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. There's one thing I do notice in here is like a little lavender. So if you think about like some taste in there, lavender's it's one of those calming effects, like candles and things like that. Hold up, you read books? I do read books. The School for Ants. Now, the one thing I will warn you guys is that if you are taking these, is that the bottles look very similar. So if you're about to, which one is in my hand? There we go. My screen is. If you're going to work out, don't take the REM one. Now you're not going to like pass out. Like it's not, it's just going to be calming, right? But if you want that pre-workout flow, take the flow one and have it away from your REM one. In fact, if you want, is just like put the hydrocreatine in between the two so you can discern that. Also, don't take the flow one right before you're going to go to bed. So that's just one of the things you got to keep in mind when you're taking these products. But I do like the sleep one. Again, for me, is that I can get a little, I can stay up too late. I get stuck on my phone. It's like, okay, I get all my work done. I'm like, okay, I need a brain break. So I'm either watching TV or scrolling through my phone on Instagram or something. And so I would, take a look at this if you guys are having some sleep things and you don't want to take something like melatonin or a sleep aid. Again, there's really, when you look at melatonin, there's nothing like that bad about it. But when it's more of just like comfortability level, it's another option for you. And again, I take it as well. And the one I need to re-up on, because I was talking about things that I do to stay focused during the day, is they have a focus supplement. This one's in pill form, and it's one of those nootropics as far as like focus. So it was created to help you get stuff done. Simple ingredients that offer powerful short-term performance better while improving long-term brain health. And that is their focus nootropic. And when I have a big day up, maybe I have a couple podcasts on the day. Like a lot of times being on these things, my brain gets a little clouded. Or honestly, like on broadcast days, like those are long days. There's a lot of things to talk about. And just having something to kind of focus all that in. This is it's like one of those like brain power ones that you see out there. But it's just a one-stop shop of simple natural products in a different avenues of which I really pour myself into these days when I look at what Cirrus puts out there. And again, they have 4 different ones. It's not a cachet of 30 different supplements that they're all focusing on. They have the pre-workout flow, the creatine hydrate mid-workout, post-workout. Basically, it's an electrolyte salt plus creatine, the REM sleep for nighttime, and then a nootropic daytime to kind of get rid of the brain fog that you might have in the morning. You know, you got a big presentation, you got a long day with the kids or something like that, and you just want to be super dialed in and hyper focused. I would definitely try these things out. Let's see. What did you say there, Corey? That's the best product description I've ever seen. Helps you get shit done. Yeah, they sold. But what I wanted to do come on here. We'll do a lot of these things as well. And when we say true reviews, it comes from a place of like, I've been doing this myself, right? It's not opening out of the box and it's something new. That might be something that comes our way if people send us to be a true review. But like we do most of the time on our podcast, is we'll be very open and honest of how we like or dislike certain things, or this could be improved or not. And for myself, that's a big one. And so when I look at what Jeff himself has created with this brand and this supplement, all four things I've been using them for a long time now, and I buy them myself. So this isn't a product review of a sponsor that we have. This is a product review of something that I use in my day-to-day, and something that I've enjoyed for over a year now. So if that's something you guys want to check out, you can go to their website. It is Cerus, CERUS Performance.com. Again, that's CerusPerformance.com. If you guys are watching with us on YouTube, I'll drop the link in the chat here really quick. And if you guys got any questions, I know Jeff is always very responsive when it comes to this product. They've got a lot of great reviews. And it's good stuff. And when you look at who's behind it, like I said, Jeff is just he's a phenomenal athlete, great guy, and I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the work that he's put in, and to see it pay off like this. So happy to give a true review of Cerus Performance. I hope you guys enjoyed that little spiel, and this will be something we do more of down the line. So thank you guys for joining us today. If you guys want to be with us tomorrow afternoon, starting at 1:30 p.m., we will be hitting back up our CrossFit journey as we work our way through the Glassman shipper. And let me see. I have it actually up here. Share this tab. Yes. So don't forget to join us tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Pacific, 3:30 p.m. Central, the theoretical template for CrossFit programming, where it all began, and how, if you study this, you may be able to predict the pattern that comes up on .com. That's how they used to do it. All right. And so we'll go through this. This is going to be a fun one. Obviously, it's near and dear to our hearts on the programming show. But thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for listening. Go check out Cerus Performance. See what they have to offer. If you're interested, please hit them up. If you have any more questions for myself, you can hit us up at Get With The Programming on Instagram. And then you can email us at officialgwp@gmail.com. Judy, no, I'm not doing the open or the nopen. I have not full function of my left arm yet. But yes, 3 shows, 3 days. We want to be able to connect you guys more often as we can. But thanks for popping on. Thank you to all you guys that showed up today. And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and email them at cerusperformance.com, or you can reach back out to me at any of those emails or Instagram handles that I just said. All right, team, have a great rest of your day. See you guys tomorrow.